What is good, you peasants? My name is JB, and I'm here today with my round 1 / quarterfinals matchup in the PCL. So I sort of weaseled my way into playoffs because, well, there's some crap that went down. I don't really want to talk about it, and someone got removed from the league, and I got a playoff spot. And my reward for getting said playoff spot is having to take on the number 1 seed in the conference, which is, no pun intended, coach of the Philadelphia Aegislash. You go check him out. He makes really good content. His link will be down in the description. He was the number 1 seed in the regular season. He finished with like an 8-3 record with a really good differential. 8-3 plus 13, which was solid. He lost his last week game because they played a meme match because he had already like playoffs in his opponent. Could not get in, but yeah, he has an incredibly disgusting team. And if you remember back to our last game, he beat me 2-0, so it was a really close game. And so I think I have a chance in this game. It's going to be tough. He is, like I said, does have the best record in the league, so hopefully we can come out on top. It's, I'm playing with the house's money, though. I'm not really, I have nothing to lose, really. I shouldn't even be here, but I have the spot, and I'm going to try to do my best to at least put up a good fight and hopefully even win and maybe perhaps advance to the semifinals. We'll see. But yeah, let's just go ahead and go over his squad real quick. He has the Landers T with Z moves, Nihilego, Greninja, Kyurem, Rotomo, Licky with Z moves, Aegislash, the mascot pick, Seismitoad, Ditto, Infernape, and Mega Metachamp. So, biggest stats on the team. Obviously, you see those 2 fire types down at the bottom. They are incredibly scary. They are disgusting. Ditto is an annoying piece of crap, prevents setup. He doesn't typically bring it a lot, but it's something you always have to prep for. Seismitoad, he brought last time. Super annoying, just rock setter, fat piece of crap that just doesn't enjoy dying or anything like that. It's just really annoying mon. No one enjoys playing. So that's what same thing with Aegislash. He rarely runs it offensively, so that's not something I'm too worried about. He very well could though. Run it offensively is a thing. It's a very capable offensive mon, but he typically likes to run it more defensively. And hopefully we can take advantage of that and perhaps not die. And just play around it. It's really annoying to try to play around though. With King Shield and whatnot. But yeah, Aegislash is annoying. He did bring it last game. Licky, this is one of his Z move users. He brought an SD variant last game, which lived on like 2% from my Solomon Z move, which honestly probably cost me the game because my team was so weakened after trying to take it down. So definitely prepped a little bit better for that. Rotomo, he brought like a weird Psych Up Yachi Berry set to counter my Calm Mind Suicune, but you already know I ain't never bringing Calm Mind Suicune in my life. But other than that, it's just a Rotom. It Volt Switches, it clicks Will-O-Wisp, it clicks, in this case, Leaf Storm, which is annoying. It's a Defogger, it's an annoying, it's a Rotom. Kyurem, honestly, Scarf Kyurem puts in a ton of work against my team, just with his dual stab, so, with, Earth Power coverage as well. So Kyurem, bit of a threat. I'm not really sure if he'd bring it against me, though. I do have, like, a couple of decent checks to it, so, like, for example, Suicune just deals with it pretty well since it doesn't have access to Fusion Bolt. It's just a regular Kyurem. Greninja, really fast spike setter, toxic spike setter. Thankfully, it's just Torrent, so we don't have to deal with one of its broken abilities, but it's still Greninja. You still have to acknowledge its existence. It can get up spikes, it can do annoying crap, like I think it gets taunt, it just hits really hard even without Protean or Battle Bond, so it's still annoying. Nihilego, I've been swept by more Nihilegos than I care to count, but I have a Mega Maul on this team. I don't really expect to see Nihilego. And then last, of course, is Landers T. It's a freaking Landers. He has Z-move access. He's gonna kill something when it comes in because it's an effing Landers. So that's the squad. Let's go ahead and get into the team builder, and I'm gonna try to do this no pun style and get it done in under 3 minutes. All right, let's go. Nah, screw that. Anyway. First off, I want to give a shout out to Dorian and Pat. Dorian and I built a team, and we were just like looking over it, and I didn't really like anything about the team, so I basically tore it down and started over. And I'm like, yo, Pat, you got any ideas for this? And then Pat and I hammered out a really heat team that I'm really happy about. We decided, like, honestly, it's a tough matchup. I'm gonna have to get weird if I want to have a chance, so we decided to get a little bit weird. So as you can see in front of you, this is a Meganium. We are of course bringing Persephone Armageddon with a Rocky Helmet. The moves are Aromatherapy, Dragon Tail, Leech Seed, and Giga Drain. Max HP, a lot of physical defense, and the speed is for 12 invest Rotom, which is what he had last time. He had like 12 speed investment on his Rotom, so he want to outspeed Rotom because it's just nice to outspeed something like a Rotom. It's meant to be like a Toad pivot because Toad's dual stabs are actually pretty hard to switch into on the initial team I built. So I'm like, okay, I need something that's a bit more of a Toad like switch in that can deal with it. And Meganium was it. And Meganium also has access to Aromatherapy, which keeps the team healthy. It's here to, just click seeds, and keep the team healthy, and Dragon Tail out any potential setup. Giga Drain is just nice for recovery, as well as having something to hit the Seismitoad super effectively. Even though he's going to be Rindoberry almost assuredly, it's still just nice to have something like that. And yeah. Basically, it's here to, and also it walls Landers pretty well if he doesn't have his Flying EMZ, which I don't expect him to be Flying EMZ because it literally only has Meganium. So if he brought like Groundium last time, for example. If he brings that, or if he brings like Rockium, I can take non-boosted Rocky EMZ, and yeah, it's a pretty decent Lando check, just in and of itself with its natural bulk and resistance to ground type. So I feel like it's actually a pretty decent mon versus his team. Of course, he does have, the Infernape, the Greninja, the Kyurem, the Nihilego, but he didn't bring Infernape last game. He has no reason to bring Nihilego against my team. And Kyurem, I have Suicune for, so I'm not too worried about it. I feel like Meganium could put in a decent amount of work against his team, especially against the stuff I needed to, like Landorus and Seismitoad, and even to some extent, like something like Aegislash. So I feel like it can be a decent, check to those things. Next up, I'm really, really excited about this set. We have Merciless Arsalamence with Wish, Toxic, Earthquake, and Hidden Power Ice. We have Leftovers, near max HP, a lot of Fizz Def, and a decent amount of speed. The speed is for Kyurem because I didn't want to get outsped by that thing. I'm just like, no, I don't want to take an HP Ice. I need to keep this thing alive if he brings Kyurem. It's meant to lure in his walls, like his, his Seismitoad, his Lando if it's defensive, his Licky Licky. It's meant to lure in walls like that. It's meant to lure in his Fast Love and just spread Toxic. Rotom as well. Basically, it's meant to lure in his switch-ins to his normal switch-ins to like a normal Solomon set and Toxic them and wear them down. HP has 2 shots. Offensive Lando, which he's more than likely to bring. If he brings like a defensive Yachi variant, that's fine. That's less scary for my team to deal with. EQ is to keep. I wrote keep Mince slash. It's EQ is to keep stuff like Ape, Nihilego, and Aegislash honest. So it's just like have it there so they can't just come in on me for free. And then Wish is just to keep the squad healthy, because ain't nobody trying to die out here. I have a couple of mons that do really well in the Wish support, just that enjoy having that recovery. I'm sure you can guess what they are just by looking at them. These 2 mons really appreciate Wish support, so yeah. That's why you have Wish, just meant to keep itself healthy, spread Toxic, and just wear down his walls. I really, really am excited about this set. I feel like you can put in a lot of work if played well. Next up, we have Sia, our Chandelure with a Choice Scarf. The moves are Hidden Power Ice, Shadow Ball, Fire Blast, and Energy Ball. We have Speed for Grin. It's plain and simply a super effective button. I outspeed his fastest mon, which is Greninja, and I start clicking buttons against whatever the heck is in front of me. I don't really have to predict too much with this thing, but if I need to, obviously, I just have to get the prediction right. It can do a ton to Lando T with modest HP Ice. If he's offensive, I think he has a chance to kill. I don't remember the exact rule. Shadow Ball is very nice for, of course, Aegislash as well as Metacham if he decides to bring it. Fire Blast obviously will hit Aegislash a little bit harder because it's stronger. Energy Balls for Seismitoad, which I just need a little bit of chip. Like I think it does like 70 to 78 to 87 or something like that. So I need just a little bit of chip. There's like 70 to 80 even through Rindoberry. So I just need a little bit of chip. I can kill that. Yeah. So hopefully we can get that and we'll be fine. Next up we have Irrelevant, our Donphan. It's a Donphan. We have Rocky Helmet with Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, and Ice Shard. It's a Donphan. The offense, the 52 attack investment allows us to 2-shot offensive Lando with Ice Shard if I'm not intimidated. So that's what that's for. The rest is just Fizz Def to take hits from stuff like Lando and Licky Licky and Aegislash if it's offensive, if it's physical. Infernape if it's physical. Take hits from Metacham. Just take physical hits as best as we can because it's a Donphan and that's what it does. So that's why we have that. Next up we have Sweet Tooth, our Mega Ball Wow. Just nice little 4 attacks variant with Play Rough, Ice Punch, Knock Off, and Sucker Punch. Speed is for uninvested Aegislash, and it just kills basically everything on his team. Ice Punch kills Lando even after Intimidate. So if it switches Lando in on me, predicting like a not Ice Punch, Lando's dead. So that's cool. Or if he predicts like a knockoff and wants to, like, if I'm in versus Aegislash, he predicts knockoff, goes into Lando, whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. If I'm even through Intimidate, if I click Ice Punch, the damn thing's dead. And if it's at -1 because I have Intimidate on Mince, then, and even this thing, I'm pretty sure. Even if it's at -1, I don't die to Earthquake, and I still kill it with Ice Punch. So it's nice. Sucker Punch does a ton to help with like Aegislash as well as Metacham, as well as the Landers itself. It has like 40% to Lando. Yeah, just Sucker Punch is, you know, it's nice shenanigans. Play Rough kills literally everything. Does a ton to even the Heligo, knockoff kills on Heligo, but Play Rough obviously drops Greninja. It kills like 17 Greninjas, drops Kyurem, does a lot to Rotom. Does a decent chunk to Licky as well. Does a decent chunk to Toad. You get the drift. It just does damage. It's a Mega Mawile. And then last but not least, we have Windy, our Suicune, with Leftovers, the Wizard Scald, Bulldoze, Toxic, and Protect. So basically, Pat convinced me that even though there's basically no need for him to bring the Heligo, I should probably have something for it. So that's why we decided to run Bulldoze of all things. So Bulldoze is, I click it versus Nihilego, and then I outspeed non-Scarf Nihilego and kill it with Scald afterwards. Or I could just click Bulldoze again if I want to. But that's why you have that. But literally all I needed for the rest of the moveset was Scald, Toxic, and Protect. I didn't want to run Calm Mind because I knew he would prep for that, and I don't really feel like giving his Rotom a boost if he decides to bring a second Rotom again. So I just decided to go with just Scald spam against his team because, yes, this set gets completely walled by Seismitoad. I can still Toxic it and wear it down with Toxic Protect if I need to, Pressure Stall because I'm a douchebag. Basically, it's here to Toxic Protect to be a dick, and it's can bait high jump kicks with Protect if I need to and stuff like that. So that's the set, that's the squad, that's the team. This should be a fun matchup. I'm looking forward to it, and I will see you all inside the game right about now. Alright, we're back here with the battle, and as you can see, we are post-coming this game, and I'm gonna give you guys the honest to goodness reason why we are post-coming said game. Basically, we were playing this game, and we were about 25 minutes, somewhere 15 to 25 minutes in, and literally nothing had happened, and you guys already know I'm not about uploading incredibly long games, no matter the situation. Even if it was super important, like, I probably would have still uploaded it if it had been, like, entertaining, but I literally went, you know, 10 of those 15, 20 minutes without saying a single word, and I'm just like, this is a terrible video, I'm just going to end the live comm, and whatever happens, happens in the game. So I ended up, you know, just ending the live comm, like, I want to say halfway through the game, but I don't even know if that was honestly true, because I just ended at like some random point. So yeah, I'm post-commenting this game because of that, but you can see his team is right over there. Yeah, his team's like right over there somewhere. So as a team, right, he ended up bringing the exact same six as last time, which, I mean, I guess it works because you know, he won the game, but I mean, that's also the mons I prepped the most for, so not really sure if that's a sound strategy. I'm personally not a fan of bringing the same 6 mons in a rematch, because that to me it's just silly. Like, your opponent's gonna prep for that. And you can see the team that we just built is right up there, so yeah, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just gonna click the play button. I am, yeah, I don't even know how to explain that. I'm not even gonna try, honestly. But you see he's gonna end up leading off with Ben, which is the Rotom-Mow, as I decide to lead off with Irrelevant Donphan, and I'm just like, well, crap. Definitely not wanting to stay in here and take a Leaf Storm to the face because I might need my Donphan. I don't want to get bodied turn 1. I decided to go into Persephone because it resists his Dual Stab, as he just decides to fire off a Reflect. Which does tell me he at least changed the team up a little bit, because last time he was just like Dual Stab with Pain Split and Psych Up or something. Like, no, he had Foul Play instead of Pain Split, but he's going to Volt Switch there, so I do know it's a little bit different anyway. He's going to go into Dork, which is the Aegislash, as I just decided to click Dragon Tail. I'm like, you know what, I don't want, whatever your switching is, I don't want to see it. But of course I missed, so I just decided to throw off a Leech Seed because why the hell not? I mean, Aegislash doesn't really touch me. I want to see what he's going to go for, if he's like a setup variant, or I just want to see what he does. And I actually landed the Leech Seed, so that's nice. So he just decides to click Shuttle Ball. And as you can see, Fizdef Meganium does not take that all too well. But I do get the Leech Seed recovery, which is nice. And I get, you know, a little bit back. That's 20 HP back. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I decided to get the hell out of there, and I'm just like, I don't really want to take another one of those that did a little too much for my liking, and that's this. I just decided to go into Suicune. Talking is hard, man. So he decides to switch himself into Omega, which is the Lando T. So nice double on my forward, if I do say so myself. Pretty nice play. Lando didn't even hit the field in our last game, so at least I know he's willing to bring it in at some point. So he just decides to double back out into the Aegislashes. I believe I just fire off a Scald. No, I decided to go for Toxic, trying to catch Lando. That was probably not a good play. I think I was predicting him to go into Seismitoad there, so I get the prediction, but you know, it's probably not the best play, at least this early. But either way, I'm able to fire off a Scald against Aegislash. Unfortunately, don't get the burn, but you know, it's whatever. He just decides to fire off a Shadow Ball. And you know, I don't get the burn, but you'll see turn 6. This is the kind of game this was. He gets a crit and the Spadef drop. So I am no longer safe to stay in here because with the Spadef drop, I don't really want to risk that roll. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm not trying to lose Suicune turn 7. So not really having the best Shadow Ball switch, and so I decided to go into Donphan here. Mainly just to try to scare him out with Earthquake and potentially get rocks up. And so he just decides to click another Shadow Ball. And as you can see, it does a ton because Aegislash is gross. Aegislash is disgusting. Nobody likes Aegislash. I actually really like Aegislash, but don't tell anyone I said that. He's actually gonna, I think, make a misplay here and switch. I guess he thought I was would outspeed him. He didn't want to take an Earthquake, but I actually just decided to click rocks here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, I had to switch. Who needs rocks? Oh yeah, because I didn't want to take that hit. But I get the, you know, the scenario I wanted, where I get, you know, Mawile in front of something, but I don't really want to take an Earthquake because he's not intimidated, because I forgot Intimidate. Yay me. But I have Merciless here, and Merciless does thankfully have Intimidate. So he's just gonna click an Earthquake, trying to catch my Mawile, but nah, dude, I'm not trying to let my Mawile die. Here he's gonna switch his Lando out, not wanting to take a hit from this, or just scouting, and he goes into Greninja. Honestly, I shouldn't have clicked HP Ice here. I shouldn't have revealed that I had it this early, but I do it anyway, which is fine. You know, he knows I have it now, but it just isn't good. But I do break the Greninja potential Focus Sash. Easy for me to say. As I just decided to go into Windy the next turn, as he just gets up a layer of Toxic Spikes, which, you know, I sort of figured he would bring, but, you know, it's whatever. I'm not too worried about him. Get some nice leftovers recovery here, which is pretty crucial because, you know, all the HP you can have on Suicune is nice to see. He decides to go for a Taunt, which is incredibly obnoxious because I totally forgot Greninja got Taunt, and he brought it and it worked, and I'm sad. So here he's just gonna get his second layer of T-Spikes up, as I believe I just Scald for damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I just Scald for damage, hoping to just, you know, get a burn, just, you know, do a decent chunk, get some nice chip, and I do in fact get the burn, so we take those. So he's sitting at around like 75 HP probably, or 75% rather, somewhere in that range. Yeah, a little under that honestly. So got a nice burnt Gren here, so that's cool. And he's just gonna switch out here into Ben, which is the Rotom. Good play, as I switch as well, making an incredible read. No, not really. I think I was just like wanting to not die to like Dark Move or whatever, just to, I don't know, I just go into Meganium to go into Meganium, as I decided to switch out, predicting him to Volt Switch, and I decided to go into Sweet Tooth, as he just clicks Slight Screen. I think I was predicting either Volt Switch or something. I don't really remember what I was predicting, but here I decided to switch out one more time, predicting him to go for the Will-O-Wisp on my Mawile, try to get a nice little cheeky Flash Fire boost. But as you can see, he does make you know, a smart play, not, you know, falling for that and going for the Volt Switch, doing an absolute ton of my Chandelier, which is not appreciated. As he just brings out Mince, which is the Seismitoad, and I'm just like, well, damn, I don't have any chip. He's not in range of Energy Ball, so I got to get the hell out of here. Not trying to stay in, catch, stabs or whatever. But I can go into Persephone, which is, this is the main reason I brought the thing, was to pivot into this and, not die to anything. So that's what Toad wants to do to me. As he actually gets a crit with that Earth Power, which is obnoxious, but, it's whatever. It didn't do anything. So he's going to switch here, as I believe I either Leech Seed or Aromatherapy. I want to say this is the turn I Aromatherapy. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. My team is, getting pretty toxic, and I don't really feel like dealing with that, so I'm just going to Aromatherapy and get rid of all that, because nobody's trying to die to toxic. So, I don't want to let my Meganium go down, because I feel it still has use switching into Earth Powers and whatnot. As he just, and Rotom as well, can still live Volt Switches from Rotom. And so I just decided to go into Mince, my own Mince. His is nicknamed Mince, mine is actually Mince. As he just decides to click a Shadow Ball, which is going to do, I believe, a respectable amount of damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that does a decent chunk, like 81%, or 80 HP rather. I just get the leftovers off, so we're just in here, nice little leftovers. Just getting all healthy and whatnot. So he's gonna switch again, bringing out his mints, his fake mints, fake news mints versus real mints. As I just decided to go for Earthquake, not wanting to, just clicking Earthquake. It was a super effective button. I don't know why I said not wanting to. I just clicked the super effective button, man. There was an Aegislash in front of me. I can kill the Aegislash with Earthquake. He was only switching his Lando, which I have. Or the other thing, which I have Hidden Power Ice for, so it's whatever. So he's going to go into the Lando here, predicting the Earthquake, because I believe I fire off Toxic, wanting to wear that thing down, potentially getting it in range of Energy Ball from my Chandelure. As he doesn't just go Mince this time, or Landorus rather, predicting the Earthquake, because I'm able to land the Toxic, which is fan-freaking-tastic, let me tell you. Just Toxicing the Lando is very nice, putting that thing on the timer. So now I believe I have 2 Mons of his Toxic. I have the Lando and I love the Lando Toxic. I have this thing, right? That's right. So I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power Ice now, and it's Hidden Power Ice. There's a Lando in front of me. Basically, Minch just doesn't die, but it clicks super fast. I'm so sorry about my chair. Like, it's so uncomfortable to sit in. I can't sit in it long without switching my position because it's uncomfortable. So that's why I'm crickety cracketing squeaky. So he's gonna go for Dark Pulse. Do another solid amount of damage to my Salamence, but I'm still well out of range of most of the hits he can go for with a lot of the stuff that he wants to switch into this. But as you can see, that Earthquake did absolutely nothing to the Greninja. I forgot I was -1 and I have no attack investment, so I'm like, yeah, this Earthquake will kill. Nah, that did nothing. Let me tell you. So I'm gonna switch here because I don't want to die to the next Dark Pulse. I just bring in my Mawile as he does go for the Dark Pulse. He's not going to do really much of anything. He does, solid 40%, probably somewhere in that range. 30-something, 40-something percent. So, I'm just going to Mega here finally. I've been, prolonging Mega Evolving, just switching out, predicting stuff. But here I feel like it's safe to, just finally Mega. As he, unfortunately, misses a Hydro Pump, which probably would have killed me. I didn't want to sucker because I thought he was going to switch, honestly. I thought he was going to try to save this for Death Fodder. So I get lucky there avoiding a Hydro Pump, but you know what? We take those. I'm not mad. It sucks, but we take those. We'll take it. Unfortunately for him, he didn't kill me, but it's whatever. What you gonna do? It's Pokemon. You win some, you lose some with that sort of thing. But he brings back in the Lando, and I just bring back in Salamence, get the Intimidate off on him. As he goes for the Earthquake, trying to catch my Mawile again. Of course, I'm not going to let him do that. He hasn't shown any move other than Earthquake to this point, so basically my plan is to just not let him Earthquake ever. I don't know what his other move is. It could be Sun Edge, it could be U-Turn, it could be Knockoff, it could be any number of things. So he's going to go back into his Rotom here, which is obnoxiously still at full, but I'm actually going to go for a Wish this time, just try to get my Mince back to full, or, potentially past the Rotom, or not Rotom, Mawile, or whatever I want to, just go for a Wish. As I just decided to stay in and Toxic the Rotom, just, put it on a timer as well, and keeping it from, wreaking havoc too much longer, and keeping it from, switching it for free, as he just decides to fire off another Reflect. So he has Reflect and Light Screen, but he never clicks them both at the same time. So he's clicked them both, this is the second time he's gone for Reflect, but he hasn't gone for Light Screen and Reflect, so at the same time, but he's gone for Light Screen as well. So I'm not really sure why he hasn't gotten up both screen, but I'm going to go for Hidden Power Ice. He's going to do a solid amount to this Rotom. You can see 40%, so we'll take those. That was actually a crit, it's whatever. I avoid the Hydro. He crits but def dropped me on turn 6, so we're about even. He's missed an attack and I got a crit, so it's whatever. I got a Scald Burn, but it's Scald. That's why you run Scald. That doesn't really count as hacks. And it was on a special attacker, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I'm going to go for a Toxic here on the Toad, as he allows me to get the Toxic off on that as well. Getting it closer to Energy Ball range, which I believe after one round of Toxic, it is in fact in Energy Ball range. So he is actually going to go ahead and opt to get his rocks up finally. So I'm sitting here thinking, alright, there's T-Spikes up, there's Stealth Rocks up. I need to get rid of these. If I'm ever going to have a chance to do it, it's going to be in front of the Seismitoad. And so I decided to just go for it. I bring Donphan in right in front of this thing like an absolute maniac. Take the Toxic Spikes and, you know, get Toxic. As he clicks Toxic himself trying to catch my mints. So I unknowingly make an incredible play to save my mints there. But yeah, I'm here able to just go for Rapid Spin. He goes for Scald. I'm probably dead. There's a chance I live. But he decides to go for Earth Power. And I live on literally 1 HP. So I don't live Scald, obviously. So he went for Earth Power. I don't die. I'm able to get the Rapid Spin off, getting rid of the Spikes, or the Toxic Spikes, and the Stealth Rock. And I die to Poison, so that means I get a free switch into whatever I want next turn against the Seismitoad, which is very much in range of Modest Energy Ball, even through Rindo Berry. So I just go right into Chandelure, and I don't care what he goes into. I'm going to click the Energy Ball. He's going to pop his Rindo Berry. And like I said, Modest does like 70 min, he's at like 40. So he's easily dead to that Energy Ball. And down goes Seismitoad. So he's going to bring in the Lando T now. I am Choice Scarf, so I feel like I can still do decent damage with Energy Ball to this. But I decide I don't really want to risk my Chandelure because it still, you know, helps with like Rotom, it helps with Aegislash. It does damage to like Licky Licky, so I just go into Mints because, like I said, he can't really touch me. I get yet another Intimidate off, so if he does reveal Stone Edge, which he does, it's not going to do a lot. It's not going to kill me. It's still going to do like a lot of damage, but it's, you know, it's enough that I can live. So get the leftovers back. I unfortunately am in range of another Stone Edge, but he has to hit for that to matter. So what I am going to do is put Chapstick on mid-video because I am unprofessional. I forgot I was on webcam. But I'm going to go into Sweet Tooth here because I don't really feel like losing my Mints. Mints is putting in so much work defensively. As he does go for the Stone Edge. Doesn't do too much to me. Gets another crit. So, you know, we're back to about even on this. So, he's going to take another ton of Toxic damage. And the Reflect wears off in front of a Mega Mawile. And he is potentially in range of Sucker Punch. And I go for it as he clicks XD. So that's a good play. SDing on my Sucker. Solid play. But we can play this game all day. Eventually, you're going to die to Toxic. If you keep Swords Dancing around my Sucker Punches. So I just go for Sucker Punch again, as he does decide to attack me this time, and he goes down to Sucker Punch. Getting rid of Lando. Perfect. Perfect scenario. He goes into the Rotom now, which is also Toxic. He's going to get up a Reflect, but I am I'm a Mega Mawile, sir. You're still dying to this Ice Punch, even through Reflect at that range. So I'm going to click it, and of course, you know, the Rotom drops because Mega Mawile is absolutely filthy. So he's still sitting with Aegislash and a full health Licky Licky in the back, which, if you remember back to a regular season game and the team builder that I talked about beforehand, Licky Licky put in the most work against us last time. So this game is not over by any means, especially with that thing still alive, and this Aegislash as well. So I go for a knockoff in shield form. 3 Reflect still does a huge amount of damage because Mega Mawile. But he is able to finish me off with a Shuttle Ball. Mega Mawile more than did his job, getting rid of 3 of his things, so that's very nice. But I can just go into Suicune here as I don't really fear Shuttle Balls too much, unless he gets another crit spit F drop. They don't do that much. But yeah, I just go for a Scald as he stays in Blade form, letting the Scald do even more damage, so that's very nice. He goes for the Shuttle Ball, and as you can see, I eat that up rather well without a crit spit F drop, so I can take 2 more of those pretty easily, depending on like the rolls with leftovers and whatnot. But I'm able to just fire off another Scald as he gives me Aegislash, which is perfect. So Aegislash goes down, and now we're just sitting with the full health Licky Licky against 4 of my mons. So hopefully I can avoid, you know, losing to this thing, which caused me so much trouble last time. He does still have a Reflect up, which is obnoxious, but it is what it is. We have to deal with that. We have to deal with it. So I am just going to go for the Toxic just to, you know, put this thing on a timer. If worst comes to worst, I can potentially, you know, Toxic protect, pressure stall him to death if I absolutely need to. as he just makes the, absolute correct savage play and goes for Sword Stance. And, well, it is what it is, boys. He's got this Looky Looky at +2. It's on a timer. Basically, what's going to happen here is, we're just going to have to see what happens. I decided to go into Persephone, get a round of Rocky Helmet chip off, as well as another round of Toxic damage off, trying to put him in range of Fire Blast from my Chandelure, or Earthquake from Mint, or just, trying to get a little more damage off. He goes for Facade, which I assumed he would probably have. And if he went for Earthquake or something or whatever, resist. But yeah, he's going to take another round of Toxic and Rocky Helmet chip. He does have the leftovers to see, so he's sitting at around 70% now. As I decided to bring in Chandelure, I have a chance to kill with this Fire Blast if I hit. If I hit this Fire Blast, I win no matter what. And as you can see, I hit the Fire Blast. And he goes for Facade. I'm not sure if that was his only attack or he just didn't feel like clicking anything else, but he's actually going to die to Toxic damage here, and I'm sneaking into the semifinals, boys. Yeah, I get a playoff spot due to reasons that aren't worth talking about because people suck, and here I am. I managed to win a very, very good game against Noah. No pun intended. A very, very good game to him. Please go check him out. His link will be in the description. It was a really, really close game, and we were able to come out on top. My Salamence did exactly what it was meant to do. That Salamence set put in so much work against his team, pivoting in on Lando, not allowing Lando to do Lando things, wearing down stuff like, the Toad and the Lando itself, the Rotom, just wearing that stuff down with Toxic, putting it in range from Mawile and Chandelure respectively. Like, the Mint set did incredible work this game, so shout out to Pat for helping me with that set. And thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys in the semifinals. Thanks for watching. Peace out.